Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. I haven't updated it yesterday because there wasn't really much to update other than just repeating what I said before. It is still key for a lower wave fall with a more attractive entry point for Solana to break substantially below that 2220 level. It hasn't done it. It has touched it, and I think it is quite likely that we will get there. However, at the moment, it's still quite resilient. It doesn't really want to break down from here. Yeah, you could also consider this some kind of a bullish flag. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It's possible that it will go directly to the upside from here. And I'm going to show you the relevant Elliott wave count for that as well. Yeah, it is possible. So don't, it's up to you, but don't maybe wait for the absolute lowest point here. I will probably set up today a grid bot for Solana. So for me, it's like, if it comes down into that region there, it will be an attractive entry point. We're talking here about the area. It's based on the wave count, right? The area between the 50% and the 38.2 FIB. So we can say that should Solana break below that 2220 level and sustain there, it will probably send it down into this region here. Now, yeah, wave 3 up there, wave 1, 2 down there. It depends a bit of where I put the 1, 2, but I have put the 1, 2 down here, and I think that is relevant. Now, this would be the scenario for a lower wave 4. Condition is, though, that we finally break this trend line, break below this $22.20 level. Yeah, and then we could do this in an A wave down, a B wave up, all done, yeah, and then this would now be a C wave down, and that would match pretty much what Bitcoin is doing at the moment, or attempting to do, which would be great, right? And the grid bot would eat all of that up. Now, the other scenario is that we count this a tiny bit different, and I would count it as a diagonal pattern here, all of this. So I can count it easily as diagonal, and I can count this as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. Then we had here A, B. No, 1 sec, I would have to change this count. I would then, in this scenario, so if we count it as diagonal, it's just a different way of counting, a different way of interpreting it. If I'm putting it's here, A, B, C. Yeah, ABC. I make that orange, so maybe you can spot the difference a bit better. Then it's not the blue count, it's the orange count now. So we talk here about the scenario that wave 4 finished here then, and that we're already in the 5th wave. In that case, wave 5 would be a 3-wave move, because if wave 1 was 3 waves, wave 3 was 3 waves, wave 5 has to be 3 waves as well. We would then talk about A wave. Nope, not like that. We would talk about this was an A wave peak. We are now coming down in a B wave. Yeah, surely that can still go down a bit lower, but it sort of reached support now. And we could then rally in a C wave. Now, you need to consider that in your strategy. This is possible. And if this is the case, then it's basically now in the perfect space to turn around, because between the 61.8 FIB and the 78.6 FIB is for a B wave, great to turn around. If it drops, however, as I said, below that last swing low, yeah, below the trend line, and then also below 2164, it will probably send it down into that region between 1645 and 1847. So strategy-wise, few things to do here, possibly. You could enter here with a long trade if you see a reversal coming in the C wave. You could just try to catch the falling knife here, because we're at support. You might want to trade the C wave, and you just go in with a small position and see if you can scale up on the way for a possible long trade. But you need to know that if it drops below the current level, we're probably going to go down much deeper. Now, if you do spot, you might not worry about that, because you can give your trade a bit of space. And if it's a small position as well, you might not worry about it. If you have a grid bot running, maybe with a range below $16, it would probably, don't care either way. You will, if it goes on sideways, you'll make a bit of money. If it comes down, you lose a bit, but less than had you just bought spot or even with margin. Yeah, because your risk is lower with a grid bot the higher you are in the range. And it will eat it all up if it eventually turns around. You can set a stop loss below the 50% maybe, or the 61.8% fib. Or you don't do anything and you just wait for this setup. And if it doesn't occur, then you can still sort of trade the 1-2 setup in the C wave if you want to. If you see a turnaround like a 1-2 setup, because the C wave would have 5 waves as well. Now like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Yeah, could also happen. So this is sort of the situation we're in here at the moment with Solana. It's a bit nebulous, but this is because we are getting sort of towards the end here of a possible trend to the upside. It's always a bit difficult, and what makes it even more you could say difficult is that in these wave 4s, we might still be in a wave 4, maybe we've got the wave 4. What makes it so difficult is this endless sideways movement. So the problem with that is, if you have this endless sideways movement, you can have different types of wave counts. Yeah, it could still be some kind of a flat pattern in a wave 4, as per the blue count. Yeah. So at the moment, I'm leaning towards the blue count, or the yellow and blue. Take the orange one out again, but I might bring it on if it works out in the end. At least you know that this is the count that could be relevant as well. But wave 4 is usually difficult because first of all, it's boring. It bores people out. You get a lot of fake lows because flat patterns don't give you a clear bottom. Yeah, you can have a running flat, which is very bullish. You can even have a triangle in wave 4, which is difficult. So that's why I tend to trade 1-2 setups. And we had, a great 1-2 setup down here. And we had continuation here. And there was, I think, one here, which I took out now. And there was one here, which I also took out. But this one worked. But yeah, again, I did say it in the Ethereum video earlier today. It's a bit ambiguous, but you don't need to trade every wave. Sometimes it's just worth waiting for the good setup. So what many good traders do, you don't need to trade every day. A couple of trades per month can be really make up for sponsor your living. If you have 2 or 3 good trades and they are really good, and you wait for the high probability setups and you get the really good reward to risk ratios, you don't need to trade everything. And said it in the Ethereum video, learning what not to trade is as important as learning what to trade. Okay, that's my update. I will keep you updated about Ethereum. Still range bound, unfortunately, a bit boring, but I think this week we might see a solution to all of this. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.